At long last, the Burning Shores is finally here. The much anticipated DLC release launching a year and 2 months after Horizon Forbidden West, and wow is it impressive. I'm about halfway through my first playthrough on Ultra Hard and wanted to break down some of the new weapons and armors that are available, as well as just give some of my overall first impressions of the game. Side note, this video is free of story spoilers. I know there are certain weapons you get as part of the main story, as well as through exploration during the main story missions and side quests, but I'm purposefully not including those here in case anyone wants to go in completely fresh. And there are time codes in the description below, so feel free to jump ahead. And if you like this video, be sure to add a like and subscribe to my channel. My channel is still pretty new, so every like, comment, and subscribe really helps me out. Alright, now let's get started talking about weapons. The legendary weapons and armors are available from merchants pretty soon after arriving to the Burning Shores when you reach Fleet's End, which is pretty much your main hub. They cost shards and Brimshine, which is a new resource in the Burning Shores and can be found in the environment pretty regularly. This basically resembles the Blue Gleam from the Frozen Wilds DLC and the Green Shine from the Forbidden West. And just a note, if you need help finding Brimshine, an easy way to do this is to press triangle to create a job on any item you want. Once you create the job, you can find it in the Jobs section of your menu. Activate it, and the navigation and the map will take you to the closest location. You can just keep that job active until you find all the Brimshine you need to unlock that item, and then rinse and repeat for additional items. Here's a look at the new legendary weapons we have in the Burning Shores. First up, the Blacktide Sharpshot Bow, which was available as a pre-order special and is available for only 1 shard. Note that this item is not a legendary weapon, which is a bit of a surprise to me, and based on the stats compared to my go-to Sharpshot Bow in Forbidden West, which is Irev's Downfall, I can't say that I'll see myself using it all that much, so if you didn't pick it up on pre-order, I probably wouldn't feel too bad about it. Next, we have the Emperor's Reign, which is a hunter bow. At max, the damage is slightly higher than Tears of the Land God, which is my go-to hunter's bow, but it seems like we're giving up Purgewater arrows for Berserk arrows. This is an interesting choice in my opinion. Rarely, if at all, did I use Berserk in Forbidden West. It just didn't seem as impactful as some of the other elemental ammo, especially when compared to Shock and Frost. I hardly ever use Purgewater either, but it does have some practical uses, especially on Apex variants, which are typically weak to Purgewater. I'm not sure if I'll be swapping out Tears of the Land God anytime soon, but it'll be worth experimenting with Berserk to see what kind of impact it has in combat. Next up, we have the Eye of the Storm, a new legendary warrior bow. I'm not a huge fan of warrior bows in general, but this one does look promising. I especially like that it has 3 elemental ammo types, which in my opinion is the best way to use a warrior bow, to quickly build up and apply elemental status so you can use your other weapons to deal heavy damage. It definitely seems like an improvement over the Carja's Bane given that it has frost ammo, as well as over the Renegade warrior bow, which does have frost ammo but only 2 ammo types, and isn't a legendary weapon, so there's only 2 skills and 3 total coil slots. So if you're a fan of the warrior bow, then this might be one to keep your eye on. Next up, the Sharpshot Bow Gravesinger's Lament. Now this one's interesting to me. It has plus 25% stealth damage, plus 25% overdraw damage, and plus 40% draw speed. It also comes with advanced knockdown precision arrows, which increases your chances of getting a knockdown while also dealing tear damage. When compared to Irev's Downfall, you'll see that there are some trade-offs, basically sacrificing concentration damage for stealth damage and swapping out instant shock for instant brittle, which I think is a decent trade-off since frost is such a powerful element to use in the game. I certainly think this one has some potential. Next, the Tide that binds Ropecaster. Personally, I love using a Ropecaster, and the best one in Forbidden West, in my opinion, is the Elite Ropecaster, which is a non-legendary weapon, so I'm excited to be able to upgrade to a legendary one, which includes 3 extra skills and 2 extra coil slots when fully upgraded. Then we have the Eternal Vengeance, a new Boltblaster. Comparing it to the Blast Forge, which is my go-to Boltblaster, I'm not quite sure it stacks up. It does have shock bolts, but less overall damage, and you're losing the plus 65% draw speed that comes from the Blast Forge. And given how slow a Boltblaster already is at reloading and drawing, I'm not sure that that's a trade-off I want to make. And lastly, the Distant Thunder Shredder Gauntlet. This one's interesting to me mostly because I just love Shredder Gauntlets, although I'm not sure I'd use this to replace Ancestor's Return, which I think is not only the best Shredder Gauntlet in the game, but probably my favorite weapon, period. It does have knockdown power and long range damage, but personally, I don't typically throw a Shredder at long range, and giving up agility and concentration damage to get increased knockdown power just doesn't seem worth it to me. I am also a little disappointed that the Distant Thunder doesn't have any elemental shredder ammo and relies on advanced shredder and piercing shredder ammo. Shredders already do a pretty good job of tearing off components and getting through armor, so my hunch is that after some testing, I'll probably just stick with the Ancestor's Return. And I'm a little surprised we didn't get a new legendary spike thrower. Given how popular spike throwers are, it would be nice to see some additions there, but maybe something we can look forward to in Horizon 3 or possibly the next DLC. Next, let's take a look at some of the new armor sets that are available in the Burning Shores. We have the Blacktide Quen Commander, which was available as the pre-order special. If you did pre-order the Burning Shores, it should show up here and cost only 1 shard. This is a warrior type armor, which focuses on melee and resonator damage. I like the look of it, but based on the stats and my playstyle, I probably won't be using it too often. Next, the Quen Commander, another warrior armor type focused on melee and resonator buildup and damage. Probably another one I won't be using all that often, but something interesting to note, when fully upgraded, it does have pretty significant acid resistance. When paired with a couple acid defense weaves, you could probably be nearly invincible against acid machines and attacks. Next, the Quen Marine, an Infiltrator armor, which focuses on concentration and stamina. This one immediately stands out to me. I particularly like it because of the skills it comes with right out of the box. +2 concentration +1 deep concentration, +1 concentration regen, and +1 stamina regen. This is very similar to the Nora Thunder Warrior, which has been my go-to armor throughout the Forbidden West. The difference here is in the upgrades. The Quen Marine has +1 drop shield capacity, which is a new item to the Burning Shores. It's essentially a shield that you can throw down and fire behind, which I haven't used too much yet, but I can see where there might be some situations where it's useful. And the Quen Marine comes with +2 Valor Surge Master, which gives you the ability to build up Valor faster. In my opinion, this is a nice upgrade over the Nora Thunder Warrior, since I never really got much use out of the Heavy Weapon Plus. And lastly, we have the Nora Lookout. This one was a huge surprise for me. The Nora Lookout was one of the original pre-order armors that were available in Horizon Zero Dawn, which I never had the chance to get. Now based on the stats, I probably won't be using it all that much, but I really like the look of it, and it's just a nice throwback. And that's my non-spoiler breakdown of the new legendary weapons and armors that are available in the Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC. No doubt as I spend more time in the game and upgrading these weapons and armors, some of these might move up or down my list, so you'll have to stay tuned for more upcoming videos. And I'm working on a new video that breaks down the new skills and Valor Surges, as well as some of the new machines in Burning Shores, so make sure to subscribe so you're always getting the latest content. I'd also love to hear your thoughts and takeaways about the Burning Shores, so feel free to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. See you next time!